The King's Test. In the vast and prosperous kingdom of Eldoria, King Arwen ruled with wisdom and fairness. His greatest treasure, however, was his only daughter, Princess Seraphina, known for her kindness, intelligence, and beauty. As Seraphina reached the age of marriage, the king faced an important decision: how to find a husband worthy of his daughter. The king decreed that every eligible gentleman in the kingdom should come to the palace, for he would set a series of challenges to determine the best match. "I seek not the wealthiest nor the strongest," the king announced, "but the one with the purest heart, sharpest mind, and steadfast character." The gathering. On the appointed day, the palace courtyard overflowed with young men dressed in their finest attire. Some came with gifts to impress the king, while others boasted of their achievements. Among them was Elias, a humble farmer's son with no riches or titles. He had been encouraged to attend by his family, though he doubted he stood a chance. The king appeared on the grand balcony and addressed the crowd. "The first test begins now," he said. "Your journey will be long, but only the worthy shall endure." The first test. The Bridge of Choices. The suitors were led to a vast river with 3 bridges spanning its width. Each bridge had a sign at its entrance. The first read, "Cross here for the quickest path." The second read, "Cross here for the safest path." The third read, "Cross here at your own peril." Most of the men chose the first or second bridges, seeking to impress the king by arriving quickly or safely. Elias hesitated but chose the third bridge, feeling drawn by the challenge. The bridge was old and rickety, with missing planks and swaying ropes, but Elias moved carefully and steadily. Along the way, he saw an injured traveler stranded on the bridge and paused to help him cross, even though it slowed him down. When he reached the other side, the king's advisor, who had been watching, smiled and marked his name down. The second test. The Garden of Time. The remaining suitors were brought to the royal garden, a beautiful place with fountains, flowers, and fruit trees. The king told them, "In this garden, you must wait until you receive a sign from me. Those who remain patient will advance." At first, the suitors enjoyed the garden's beauty, but as the hours turned into days, many grew impatient. They argued, complained, and even abandoned the test. Elias, however, stayed calm. He found ways to pass the time, helping the gardeners tend to the plants, sharing fruit with other suitors, and quietly enjoying the peace of the garden. After 3 days, the king appeared and declared, "Those who have shown patience and kindness in this garden may proceed. The rest may leave." The final test. The Seeds of Truth. For the last challenge, the king gave each remaining suitor a small seed in a clay pot. "Take this seed home," he said, "and nurture it for 3 months. Bring back the plant it grows into, and I shall decide who will marry my daughter." Elias returned home and planted his seed. He watered it daily, placed it in the sunlight, and cared for it with great attention. But no matter what he did, the seed refused to sprout. 3 months passed, and his pot remained empty. On the day of the final gathering, Elias was disheartened. He saw other suitors carrying pots with tall plants, vibrant flowers, and even small trees. But Elias refused to cheat or replace the seed. He brought his empty pot to the palace, prepared to accept failure. The king's decision. The suitors presented their plants to the king. Each boasted of their efforts and care. When it was Elias's turn, he stepped forward and said, "Your Majesty, I did everything I could, but my seed did not grow. I am sorry." The king's face broke into a wide smile. "At last, the truth is revealed," he exclaimed. "The seeds I gave you were boiled and could not grow. Most of you brought plants that were not born of the seeds I gave. Only Elias showed honesty and integrity." The room fell silent as the king declared, "Elias is the one worthy of my daughter's hand." Princess Seraphina, who had observed the tests from a hidden chamber, stepped forward, her eyes filled with admiration for Elias. "I would be honored to marry such a man," she said. The wedding and legacy. Elias and Seraphina were married in a grand celebration, and Elias became a beloved prince. Together they ruled the kingdom with wisdom and compassion, teaching their people that true greatness lies not in wealth or power, but in honesty, kindness, and patience. And so, the King's Test became a story told for generations, a reminder that character is the foundation of all true success.